Eve's latest HomeKit accessory, the light strip, tries to tackle a competitive market by being the brightest one yet. Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here from AppleInsider, and we are going hands-on with the Eve light strip, which we first previewed earlier this year during CES. It is of course Apple HomeKit enabled, like all of Eve's products. Unlike all of other Eve's HomeKit products to date, this is the first one that is actually going to be using Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth. When asked why, Eve said it's because they see this as not just an accent lighting, but an actual functional lighting piece. So it needs to be fast and responsive. And it is just that, thanks to Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth, which also has range issues within the home. Don't worry though, Eve is sticking with Bluetooth for most of their other upcoming products. Since this is always plugged in, they don't have to worry about battery issues either. Inside the box, you're going to find pretty much what you'd expect, based on just the fact that it's a light strip and that it's an Eve product. On the left-hand side of the opening, you have the Getting Started guide, which has the HomeKit pairing code printed on the back. It's always nice to be able to save these in one spot, or you can add it to the handy app HomePass, which stores all of your HomeKit pairing codes. Kind of a good solution if you've got a lot of HomeKit accessories going on. Then you have the light strip, the power cord, and the little controller that plugs from the light strip to the power cord itself. And there's also one extra little adhesive here used to affix that controller to the wall or near the actual power cord, so it's not just pulling on it and adding strain to the cable and the adhesive on the back of the light strip. The controller is fairly small. It's one of the smaller ones we've seen, though it's still not tiny. You do have to account for this when you are mounting the light strip. There is an extra HomeKit pairing code on the side, so if you ever do lose that instruction manual, you're fine. And then you can see the connections on either end, barrel connector for the power cord and the other for the light strip itself. The light strip is really similar to a lot of the other ones that you see out there. It comes in at 6.6 feet or around 3 meters. It can be extended using extensions, and actually a lot of ones on the market already will even extend this. It can be cut into predetermined length thanks to that little scissor designator on the light strip itself, though once it's cut, it cannot be added to again. So you're going to cut this thing, be sure that's the exact length that you want it. It also still has Elgato printed on the side before Eve was spun off into its own separate company. Like all the other light strips that are out there, it has that adhesive back used to affix it to the wall. It works pretty much as you'd expect, and in our testing, it is held up very well. We didn't have anything falling off. You can also just pick up some new adhesive and reapply this if you ever need to. If you move, you want to change the spots, definitely doable, though it's kind of annoying to have to run it down the entire length of the light strip. So while one end has those connectors to extend the light strip to be even longer, roughly 33 feet it can get to in length, the other end has the connector that's going to go into the controller that converts it into the power. This is also where the other components are housed, such as the Wi-Fi module. Now, when you do connect this, you gotta make sure it's in all the way. When you're connecting the light strip to this controller, it feels like it may be in, but if you add a little bit more pressure, it will securely stay into place. When we connected these together, it kept kind of popping out and we realized it was not going in far enough. So once you do have these connected, it'll be secure and it's not gonna come apart when you don't need it to. Getting this thing set up is easy, like any other HomeKit product. You simply plug it in, affix it to wherever you want to with that adhesive backing, and then get out your iPhone or your iPad and open the Eve or the HomeKit app. You can add this directly to the Home app, but we really love the Eve app. So we're going to go ahead and add it this way. There's also a few different things you can do by using the Eve app. Now they've really also simplified that Wi-Fi process. Normally it can be a little bit convoluted when you're trying to add Wi-Fi accessories, but using this, it was very simple and painless and seemed just like any other Bluetooth accessory. We're going to go ahead and choose the room that we want to add this to, which in our case is going to be the living room. You can give the light strip a name, whatever you want it to be. Choose an icon to correspond with it. It will then give you a little summary and some tips on how to control this. Once you hit done, you're taken back to the room scene where you can actually control the light strip directly from your phone through Siri, whatever you want to do. Like most other lights out there, you can turn on and off, adjust the brightness, and change the color. It works very easy from here, from Siri, from the Home app, or any other third-party application you use to control your home. Even using Siri, this thing was extremely responsive, more responsive than most of the other light strips that we've used so far, whether it's from Coolgeek, LifeX, or Philips Hue. You can change the color using Siri. You just have to make sure you phrase it the right way, and you have to be very specific. So you can't really say a certain shade of red that you want to do, but if you do want to use Siri to set it to a certain shade, you can create a scene that has the exact color palette that you want. In the Eve app, you can choose a variety of different favorites to make it easier to access. So if there's ones that you really like to go to all the time, you can set those favorite colors here in the Eve app. Open the Eve app and jump to those colors really fast instead of having to use the color wheel to find them each time. You have the option to choose between the full color palette, or at the top you can toggle between color or different shades of white. So maybe you want a cooler white during the day and a warmer white in the mornings and evenings. Or you can go directly down the center, go with a straight sunlight. A few of the extra benefits of the Eve app you can get to by using that little top down button and tapping on the gear. You can update the firmware, which adds additional features and stability, all those kind of fun things. You can change the transition, so do you want it to be slow, quick, whatever you want that transition to be between colors or scenes. We can also adjust what color the light is when it's turned back on. So it loses power, comes back on. Do you want it to come on as white, or do you want it to come on as the last color that was used? Here you can see we have it mounted behind our desk. Those little strobes, like you can see the very arcs of the lights, those are not nearly as present in real life as they are on camera. Simply put, this thing looks way better in person than it does when we're trying to film it. What really sets the Eve version of the Lightstrip apart from pretty much all the others is A, how responsive it is, and B, how bright it is. This thing is insanely bright at 1800 lumens. If you look at Hue, it's only 1600. LifeX is 700, Sylvania is 400, KuGeek is 500, VocalLink is 1100, and iHaper is only 480. So this is by far the brightest HomeKit LED light strip that is out there on the market so far, and it makes a big difference because it is more of a functional light. When we put this underneath our countertops in the kitchen, it is a huge difference between off and on, and I don't know how we live without it. When you have the colors, it's a little bit dimmer, but it's much brighter when you're opting for the white. Now, if you want to grab this for yourself, you can find the link below in the description, and let us know what you think or which is your favorite HomeKit light down in the comments.
If you enjoyed this video, like it and hit that subscribe button. Also, check out our price guide, which makes it extremely easy to find the best deals on Apple products updated daily. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next video.